I'm Meryl Key, and this is my mystery school. Here's some extra tips via Astro Dice. And we're going to look at love and relationships because, let's face it, that's the question that always comes up. So the Astro Dice are these cute little tools. One dice has all the planets and the nodes, one dice has all the zodiac signs, and one dice has the houses. If you want a more in-depth look at that, I've got a video how to use Astro Dice, and I go through each of the meanings of these dice. But for love and relationships, the main players will be the planets. And there are some planets that are really nice for relationships and some that say this is going to be hard work. If you get the sun in a relationship reading, it's pretty good. It's compatible, it's positive, you feel seen, you feel energetic, and there's an openness and an ease or a feeling of acceptance. With the moon, you're looking at the emotional connection, emotional security. You're looking at nurturing and how safe this person makes you feel. But the sign in the house that goes with the moon is going to give you more info if that's in a healthy way or in a shadow way, because the moon is also about what's hidden underneath. If it's Mercury, the communication is key. And depending on your question, it might mean you need to talk or express yourself. A mercurial relationship is one where there's a meeting of the minds. There's mental compatibility. But also in that mercurial nature, it's fickle, it could be swift, and there's a fluidness with this relationship, and that might mean sexually fluid as well. Venus is the planet of romantic love. So if Venus comes up, it's a big thumbs up for romance and relationship. Mars is the masculine counterpart to Venus, and it's combative, active, it's sexual, it's passionate, but in relationship it can also be argumentative. If Jupiter comes up in a relationship reading, that's a good sign. It's really positive for love and luck. It can show that the relationship is expansive, but it also might mean a long-distance relationship or someone with a big personality. Saturn is not so fun. Saturn's hard work, or it's difficult, or there's some restriction on you getting together. Saturn can also show there's longevity and a commitment and a responsibility that comes with this relationship. If it's Uranus, it's unpredictable, it's electric, it's hot and cold, it's exciting, or it's unconventional, takes you by surprise. If the relationship is based on Neptune, there's a really beautiful, dreamy, compassionate link between you. But this could be based on fantasy, because Neptune is really idealistic and it blurs the boundaries. If you get Pluto, this is a heavy, intense energy, and any relationship with Pluto in there could have some sort of secret or control or compulsion or obsession, and it could even be dangerous. Pluto doesn't let go easily. If you get the nodes, there's something in this relationship that's fated or at a fated point. This depends a bit on the question that you ask. For example, if the question is, does this relationship have a future? And you get the South Node, the answer is no. But if the question is, what brings us together? The South Node says there's past karma or a familiarity with each other. This person might be someone that can help you break a pattern or close something that you've left unfinished. In a relationship reading, the North Node could change your direction, and the South Node can take you back, so it could be a returner. With the nodes, it doesn't always mean it's a long relationship, but it's definitely one that's making an impact. With the planets, some of the characteristics, if it's a sun sign, you're drawn to this person because they have a warmth, a generosity, an openness. If it's Mercury, the physical characteristics, they can be very quick. Their arms and legs are usually a bit longer than their body. Their face is usually a bit small and elfin. And they might even have that mercurial smile, that where the smile just cheekily goes up at the corners. The physical characteristics of Mars are very masculine. There's a strength and a power that they carry in their body. They look like they're always ready to take action. They might be quite heavy set and a thickness to their body, a real strength. If it's Saturn or even if it's Pluto, they carry a heaviness and a sense of authority, a sense of power. There may be something unusual or intense about the way they look. I guess also with Saturn, wherever it is, Saturn is bone structure. So it might be something about their bones. Maybe they got a broken leg when you meet them. One of the first questions you might want to ask in a relationship reading is, what do you really want? And what does the other person want? And for that, what I'd probably do is roll the dice twice, one for each person, and see how compatible it is. As an example, let's have a look at Britney Spears and Sam Asghari. They've been together for 6 years through some pretty tough times, and Sam has just filed for divorce. So that's the context. Let's ask the dice. If Britney is person A, what did Britney want out of that relationship? We've got Uranus, the 9th house, and Scorpio. Well, Britney wanted a whole lot of excitement. She also wanted that deep loyalty and a deep sexual connection. It's in the 9th house. So one of the issues was about it being long distance. And if we put that in the recent context, this might be where there was disruption and real upheaval, while one was separated from the other, and it's caused an electrifying rift. Britney wanted that really deep scorpionic loyalty, and from the 9th house, she wants this person to help elevate her, to help her expand and grow. If this is what Britney wanted from that relationship, this is really hard to deliver. And since the filing from divorce, she's put out some posts on social media, which is 9th house, where she's dancing and celebrating with a bunch of half-naked guys. So this might be part of a kind of a disruptive revenge that she's put through 9th house stuff, social media. So let's look at Sam. What did Sam want from the relationship? We have 11th house, Moon, and Cancer. What did Sam want from the relationship? He wanted to be looked after and he wanted to nurture. But he also wanted the notoriety of being part of a big space, a big community, big popularity. But this shows a really sensitive side. I'll be frank, I don't know tons about him, but this says he was doing the nurturing, and what he got out of it was a bit of fame and like a dream come true. The moon with Cancer is in its own place, and it's a place that provides that emotional safety, a safe home to come home and land. But where he was landing was way out in public. So it means something was a bit inaccessible. And if we put these with the dice that Britney got, Uranus, 9th house and Scorpio, there's not a lot of emotional safety that goes through, and any nurturing would be kind of one-sided. From there, you could go in and look at their birth charts, see what transits were going on, what was in the 11th house for Sam, what was in the 9th house for Britney. But just from 2 dice rolls, you really get a sense that they're in totally different places and they're not getting what they want from each other. I would also think with this read that Sam is going to retreat from public life for a bit as well. So let's look at another relationship that's kind of intriguing. Kanye West and Bianca Censori. No one asked, and it's none of my business, but I would love to know the nature of their relationship. What brings them together? And for this, I'm just going to roll the dice once. What is the nature of their relationship? 12th house, North Node, Capricorn. That is very interesting. The North Node says that this relationship has a real impact on the future direction of both of them. And with Capricorn, we know they got married. Well, it needed something of that official document to say that they were married. But in the 12th house, there's also some mystery about that official document. This is a strange read. Capricorn says they want a bit of respect and recognition. And it does look like they want to be that prominent out there couple, the power couple. But 12th house is not really bringing it to them. I'd be interested to know what goes on behind the scenes, because there's almost like a teacher-student thing going on with this. Or it's a business opportunity for both of them. There's a possibility also with 12th house that the relationship wasn't public for some time before being made official. I think Capricorn with the North Node is definitely looking at commercial opportunities, but there's also some mysterious fated thing around it. 12th house is the place of mental health issues. And we also know the relationship came up when Kanye's business empire sort of disappeared under his feet. I would think Bianca has some sort of grounding force on him, but they are united in this potential to have commercial opportunity out of it. So, how will their relationship evolve? Oh, what's that? House 11, Libra, and Mercury. As long as they stay in the public eye, and as long as it's mutually beneficial to them, they'll continue. This isn't without its harmony, this isn't without its pleasure and compatibility, but it's about how it's played out in the public eye, and particularly through social media and mainstream media. With Libra there in the middle, it's creating a balance where they're both getting what they want. Any conflict that comes up between them will probably come through communication issues or when things get out of balance. I get a sense from these reads that they know they've got more punch and more power together than separate, and that just suits them down to the ground at the moment. I couldn't say it's a particularly healing relationship, but they seem to be on the same path. Other questions that come up in love and relationship readings are things like, what's the advice for the first date? Or is this person trustworthy? So just as a quickie, what's the advice for the first date? Scorpio, South Node, and the 11th house. This tells me that your friends probably wouldn't like this person and that you'd regret it if you slept with them. Is this person trustworthy? Aquarius, Venus, and 12th house. I think this person would really keep your secrets. That would be a confidant for you. The thing you'd have to be careful of maybe is their friends. Do their friends lead them into a double life or a secret other space? Because it's one thing for Venus to be able to keep your secrets, but Venus may be holding her own secrets with this read. And if the question is this person trustworthy? 12th house does put a little bit of shade over it. Big question that comes up all the time. How will I know I've met the right partner? When am I going to find them? So the planet dice is the big energy. It's how you respond to them and the energy that they carry. So, Moon. The person you're looking for is nurturing or a parent and has an emotional maturity. They make you feel safe. So how will you know you've met this person? You will feel safe around them. The planet dice might also tell you something about their physical characteristics and their physicality. So with the moon, people might have beautiful luminous skin or glowing eyes. They might have a slightly rounded moon face, or their body is not so much athletic as sort of a soft fleshiness about it. They may be someone that's really into the moon. You might meet them on a new moon or a full moon. So the planet dice can tell you a lot about how to tie those things up when you're trying to manifest your true love. The zodiac dice would show something of their sun sign, their moon sign, or their rising sign, or also their features and characteristics. Capricorn. The person you're looking for has a maturity about them. They may be well into their job and their career. They may be someone that works with their hands or works with money and finance. And like I said, they may be someone who's born sun in Capricorn, moon in Capricorn, or a Capricorn rising. In which case, you can feel very safe with this person because they carry a kind of authority and an earthiness. Capricorn is a sign that can commit, and when it does, it's very loyal. And that looks like the theme that we're going for here. The emotional safety you need is someone who respects you and they have enough sense of self that they can hold a place of integrity. The house dice can show you where you meet, how you'll find them, and maybe information on what connects this person to you. 10th house. Well, this looks like you meet this person through work. You'll have a common interest in your public affairs. Capricorn's kind of official, and the 10th house is its home. So we're looking at a connection with places where official work is done. And that could be a corporation, it could be a shopping mall, it could be a courthouse, it could be at your AGM meeting for your body corporate. One thing is, with Capricorn in the 10th, you will know when you find them. And because the moon says you'll feel it, the dice is saying here, it's that feeling of your body will know it, but also this relationship looks good from the outside. This is someone who's marriage material, and when you're there, you'll actually know that. The other question everyone wants to know is, when will this happen? And the answer to that is usually, how long is a piece of string? Because if it's really fated, it happens when things align. I believe in manifestation and working on your own energy to draw that in and make yourself open and welcome for that right relationship. But we can throw the dice to have a look at some timing. Pisces, Venus, 7th. Wow. The timing of this relationship is when it falls in your lap. This reading says, have faith, the relationship will come when you're good and ready for it. But we really want to look at sort of down here on Earth timing. So one thing we could see is, when is Venus transiting your 7th house? When is Venus going to be in Pisces? Do you have Pisces in your 7th house? Pisces is ruled by Neptune. Right now, Neptune is in Pisces, and it will be for a fair few years. So you can draw the timing back to the ruler of the sign, and if that's a big planet and it lines up with your dice, that gives you a good indication of the timing the dice would say this is right. We'll have a go at another one, just looking at timing. We've got 4th house, Jupiter, and Pisces again. For Jupiter, the timing can be 1 year, which is how long Jupiter takes to take in a sign, or 12 years, a 12-year cycle. So we know with those outer planets, it's talking about a longer period of time. Same thing, I'd go back to my chart and see when Jupiter would be transiting my 4th house, when Jupiter is transiting Pisces, if Pisces is in my 4th house, which means it's going to come fairly quickly. Another way of looking at timing, the water signs are linked to the moon. So I would be saying that the water signs take a month. And so it might be 4 months. You've got your 4 there. The earth signs take the longest. That can be years. So this could be 4 years. The air signs, I'd be saying pretty much weeks. So we're looking at maybe 4 weeks. And fire signs is the fastest energy. So this could be 4 days. So I hope you like using your Astro Dice Keep playing with them, and if you like, give me a comment about how you like to use them, because they're so versatile and they're fun, and I have found they are very accurate. I'm Meryl Key, and this is my mystery school. If you want to help my channel and my algorithm, remember to give me a like, a follow, a share, or subscribe. And thank you, every bit helps. Find me on Instagram at my_mystery school or on my website www.merylkey.com. Thanks for watching.